Hello and welcome to my video project. Today what I chose to do was tear apart this old drone that I had because I didn't really have any other electronics that were at home. This one, by the way, is not broken. I hope not. Now that I tore it apart, I want to put it back together. But before I tore it apart, it worked. Now, what I want to go over today are the different components that make it up. As you can see, I tore it apart. All the different pieces are over there. Okay, so firstly, we've got a power distribution board, or PD board. And as the name implies, it serves to allocate power throughout the entire system. And although you can't really see, there are very tiny plus and minuses all throughout it, which are ports, and they serve for electricity to be passed on from the battery, and for there to be voltage. So there's this is the battery right here, and it is a, I don't know if you can read, a 3.7 volt battery. And you connect it up here. It only happen once you press the on button, which is right here. And what that does is it completes the circuit, which allows the drone to power up. And you can see over here with this little mechanism over here, which is supposed to go all the way down up here, which is connected to the power button. So what it does is it closes the circuit and completes this. Well, it completes the circuit and allows the drone to power up. And this is due to the fact that in an open circuit there really is nowhere for the electrons to go, and there is no current. And even though, because of the fact that a battery is still very much attached to it, and there is that power constantly going into it, and that makes a potential difference from the different ends of the circuit, there really won't be any current because it won't be able to flow into the rest of the system and close it off. Now, as you can see, we've got different types of cables. We've got a red cable right here, which is the positive. We've got a black cable right here, which is the negative. We've got a yellow cable, which actually it serves to connect to the cam and video transmitter. So I don't know if I showed it off, but right here at the front, you can see that those two on the sides are LEDs. This one right here and here. And then right here, we've got a video camera. All these wires lead all the way down to here, all the way below over there. Unfortunately, I cannot further tear this apart without actually breaking it, and I don't really want to do that because this still works. But what I assume to be there from the functions that the drone has are the fact that down there is a video transmitter, a speed controller, and some sort of activation mechanism for the jumping mechanism. So pretty much, the controller board, which I mentioned earlier, which is up here, it helps with navigation and steering because of the fact that each of the two wheels have an individual motor connected to them. So this model specifically can't really steer. The wheels don't really turn. What they do, however, is in order to steer, they have different velocity at which different speeds at which they spin. So that allows it for it to turn. So sometimes one will be going forward, the other one backwards, or one will be going faster than the other, and that's how you achieve turning with this drone. Another thing that I assume to be down here is some sort of receiver, since this is wirelessly handled, due to the fact that whenever you do an input in your device or whatnot, the receiver takes in that signal and passes it on to the controller board, which interprets it and allows for there to be different mobility and things of the sort, for it to jump, for it to steer, etc., etc. And finally, for the video camera, this right here is a camera, and it has some sort of video transmitter somewhere in here. And what that basically does is it takes in the feed and it transmits it wirelessly to the device you're using by converting the feed into radio waves. It's very similar to radio technology, but so what ends up happening is after that happens, the device which is broadcasting instructions to the drone converts that signal back into data that can be displayed by a screen, and that's how you get your live feed. Unfortunately, apart from the live feed, you can only record video if you have some sort of external drive, which you can plug into this little port right here, right after recording. And even though the battery is lithium ion and it is very compact, it really only lasts for about 20 minutes, and it doesn't really let you record when you're low on battery, so you only get around 10 to 15 minutes of recording time, and you have to plug it in right after, which is a very questionable design choice, but yeah.
at the end of the day, I bought it still, so who really is the sucker? So in reality, it's not very complicated. Well, yeah, I say that. Try good luck me trying to build one of these on my own, but it really only consists of the video transmitter and the camera. The video transmitter, which I assume to be all the way down there. The controller board, which is all the way down here. The jumping mechanism, which is activated via power, via some wireless device that you're operating the drone with, and of course all the springs and mechanisms over there. And apart from that, there really only is the power distribution board, and of course all the different cables, which serve as, you know, just connection, like the red wire and the black wire, or the yellow wire, which actually serves as a signal cable and is used for video transmission, you know, to get the live feed across. And the speed controllers, which activate these motors, which there's two individual motors. I think I mentioned that. Oh, and you right here you can see the positive sign, which connects right here to the red cable. Also, this detached, which cannot be good, but I'll figure it out. So thank you very much, Mr. Smith, and I hope you have a wonderful summer. Goodbye.